Let's talk some underrated neighborhoods. These are neighborhoods that do not get the hype they deserve. If you Google the top rated neighborhoods in Charlotte, you will see the same ones over and over again. These neighborhoods do not show up. And it's not because they aren't amazing. It's because even locals rarely know about these neighborhoods. So I'm going to give you kind of a wide range. We're going to talk some more city urban neighborhoods, some suburban ones, master plan communities, and even a lakefront neighborhood. Let's jump in. Wesley Heights is a neighborhood that flies way too far under the radar. This is a neighborhood that is directly next to Uptown. I love recommending this neighborhood to my clients who want to live within walking distance to the city, but want to live in a residential neighborhood. You have a lot of single family houses here. And Wesley Heights isn't just a beautiful neighborhood. It's also a very well connected neighborhood. You have the Wesley Heights light rail station right here. And you can get to Uptown in minutes. But if you feel like walking, you have the Stork Creek Greenway. And this is a walking trail that's going to wind throughout the neighborhood. One direction is going to take you to Fraser Park, which is a 16-acre park with soccer fields, sports courts, a really awesome dog park. And then if you take the Greenway the other direction, that's going to lead you straight to the Bank of America Stadium where the Panthers play Uptown. If you love to tailgate, there is arguably no better neighborhood to live in all of Charlotte because it is so close to the stadium. Plus, right in Wesley Heights, you have this awesome collection of local favorites. You can grab a beer at Town Brewing where they have live music and game nights. Two of Charlotte's staple restaurants are right in Wesley Heights. You have Pinky's Westside Grill, which is actually featured on diners, dives, and drive-thrus. Rhino Market has been in Charlotte forever. This is a bottle shop where you can grab a coffee, a beer. You can also listen to live music here. And right on Moorhead, you have a collection of restaurants and salons and shopping. And this is Charlotte's last historic streetcar neighborhood. So you're gonna find a lot of these homes will be craftsman and bungalow homes from the 30s and 40s. They have a lot of character and they're often fully renovated inside, but they still keep that historic charm. And unless they've had an addition put on, they're typically going to range from around 1,000 to 1,500 square feet. But if you are looking for something newer and bigger, you do have options for townhomes. And the back section of Wesley Heights are going to have these adorable Charleston-style single-family houses and townhomes. Most of them were built in the early 2000s. Now, one downside about Wesley Heights is that houses don't hit the market that often in this neighborhood. People really love living here. So once they get their foot in the door, they rarely end up leaving. And honestly, if you take one drive through out this neighborhood, you'll understand why. So if a house does hit the market, you probably want to know how much it cost. So the median price for a single family home is going to be around $800,000. Townhomes sit around $560,000, and there are a couple of condo complexes. They're going to sit around $455,000. Next up is Madison Park, and this is a South Charlotte neighborhood that is surrounded by some of the most sought after and well-known neighborhoods in all of Charlotte. It's only about 10 minutes from South End and Loso, and these are two of the top entertainment districts in Charlotte. And you're directly next to the high-end shopping and dining in South Park. But here's the thing, Madison Park is a destination in its own right. For starters, it is home to Park Road Shopping Center. And this is basically a local institution. So you've got bookstores, restaurants, coffee shops, there's a garden, even a speakeasy in this little shopping quarter. You also have Montfort Drive, and this is packed with restaurants and patios. It's a really social area. And then plus right in the neighborhood, you have two light rail stations. So you can commute to Uptown without even having to drive. This neighborhood is insanely convenient without feeling like you are right in the middle of the hustle and bustle. And when it comes to housing, the architecture is going to be very mid-century. The homes were mainly built in the 1950s and 1960s. So you have a lot of ranches, you've got a lot of tri-levels and split levels. Most of these houses are going to range from around 1,000 to 2,000 square feet, but the yards are really sizable. So we're starting to see a lot of these houses get additions and infill housing. And this is when a smaller house is demoed and a new bigger one is put in its place. You're also going to have some options for townhomes, and the townhomes are going to be a bit newer in Madison Park, so most of them have been built within the last 5 years. Now, as far as pricing, single family homes have a median price of around $140,000. And remember, townhomes are often newer and bigger, so they'll be pretty comparable in price at around $650,000. So next up, we are going to pivot a little bit. We are going to check out a master plan community that is pretty close to the city, but it is on the water. And this is almost the definition of a hidden neighborhood because it sits on this cool peninsula, so you are surrounded by water and nature. And the name of this neighborhood is a bit misleading. It's called the Vineyards on Lake Wylie, but you're not in Lake Wylie, you are in Charlotte. You're only about 17 minutes from Uptown Charlotte, 10 minutes from the airport, and about 7 minutes from downtown Belmont. So you get all of the perks of Belmont's trendy restaurants and stores and block parties, but you're kind of on this private island. And unlike a lot of master plan communities, the builders and the developers here did a really good job at kind of making this neighborhood look unique. Living here feels like you're living in a national park. It is that beautiful. You have a ton of lakefront amenities like kayaking and fishing. Residents have access to the boat ramps and boat storage. There are 2 pools and sports courts. And this neighborhood is very community driven. So you have food truck Fridays, you've got sip-in socials. This really is like a golf cart type neighborhood where you can just zip around and hang out with your neighbors. As far as the houses go, the neighborhood broke ground around 2008, and they actually just completed the last few houses in the neighborhood. And unlike the last two neighborhoods we talked about, because this neighborhood is newer, you're gonna have options for a lot bigger of a house. So some homes are even over 4,000 square feet. You've got a lot more modern floor plans, really open, lots of closet space and garages, which is something that you're not gonna find when you're in one of these older neighborhoods by the city. And one of the biggest differences is that this neighborhood actually has a lot of basement homes, which is very rare here in Charlotte. Because this neighborhood is so big and it has so many different styles of homes, the prices are really going to vary. So single family houses range from the high 400s up to the high 700s. And waterfront homes are gonna range from 1 to 2 million. Townhomes sit 427, but there are some waterfront townhomes that are gonna get you closer to around the mid 500. And I actually have a whole video down below showcasing this neighborhood, so I'll link it if you wanna check it out. So we are gonna pivot again. We are staying with the master plan communities, but we are gonna head up to Huntersville. This is a suburban town between Charlotte and Lake Norman. And the neighborhood we're gonna talk about is Vermillion, and I love this neighborhood. This neighborhood is like a really adorable little village, except it's not little, it's actually really big. So when you're driving through this neighborhood, you're gonna notice beautiful tree-lined streets, a ton of different architecture. All of the houses are adorable. So you have everything from Charleston style houses that are really bright with 2-story front porches. You've got cute little cottage style homes, and everything is pretty new. So this community broke ground in the late 90s, like 1999, and it's pretty much just closed out pretty recently. So you have a plethora of options for houses. So you're gonna have the more open floor plans, the modern finishes, and the houses are gonna be pretty sizable. They're gonna range from anywhere from about 1,500 square feet all the way up to 4,000 square feet. And I love the townhouses here. They remind me of Georgetown in DC. Like, it's a very kind of colonial vibe, and you've got the beautiful trees. It's a really quaint neighborhood. You've got little pocket parks all throughout. There are walking trails, you've got a pool, and there's even a restaurant right in the neighborhood. Now, there is one downside about Vermillion. So a lot of the houses will have really small yards, usually about like 0.12 of an acre. Now, not all of them, but a large majority of them. So if you want a big yard, this probably is going to be harder to come by in this neighborhood, but if you love low maintenance, then this is a great option. Now, similar to the Vineyards, pricing will be all over the place here, and it really depends on the age and the size of the house. But overall, the median price in this neighborhood will be around $650,000 for single family homes. Townhomes come in around $325,000. All right, so we are going to switch it up again and go back to the city, and we are going to check out Villa Heights. So this neighborhood is about 10 minutes from Uptown, and it sits right between two of Charlotte's most popular neighborhoods. So right to the west, you have NoDa, which is considered our arts district. And I have a whole video I'll link below. If you're interested in Villa Heights, definitely check out that video, because a lot of people think that Villa Heights and NoDa are actually the same neighborhood, but they are two separate neighborhoods. And then when you go just a little bit south of Villa Heights, you have Plaza Midwood. And this is another really popular entertainment district here in Charlotte. This neighborhood has transformed significantly over the last several years. So similar to its bordering neighborhoods, this neighborhood was established in the early 1900s to house mill workers. So you're still gonna find some of the original houses built from the early 1900s to the 1950s, but you will find a ton of infill housing in Villa Heights. I wanna say it's probably has the highest concentration, close to the highest concentration of infill housing than any other neighborhood close to the city. So you have a lot of really modern architecture mixed in with these really cool early 1900s style homes. It's a really fun neighborhood. But within Villa Heights, you've got some really great coffee shops, you've got some great restaurants, you're close to the light rail station, so it really has everything that you could possibly need. As far as home prices, the median price for a single family resale is going to be around $735,000. For new construction, you're looking at around $1.4 million. Townhomes are going to sit around $645,000. So if you'd like to learn more about some underrated Charlotte neighborhoods, do not hesitate to reach out. Here's all my info, it's down below in the description as well. And like and subscribe for more Charlotte related videos.